Hi guys. Okay, so updating. All right. In the 4 hour here, I really like this triple bottom because that's right in the fib area that I was looking at, which was at 80. And I will show you how I did not get in this move so far. Uh, so I was 3 pips out here on my entry, and then here I was 2 pips out on my entry. So let me just get in a little quicker here. Doo -doo -doo -doo. I've got a bit of garbage here with the thingamajig, but anyway. So we haven't come down into our super fib targets, and we've basically been needling through that fib target. Now we have a gigantic fib that we're working off, if you remember. That is in the daily. Yeah. So we got, I'm just going to go through these again. Draw my trend line here because I like it. So we have a fib off this second leg. Okay, so we're right there. We hit it on the button. 28.78. And that's exactly the low that I had my entry at, and it was 2 pips above. It never filled me. So there we are on that. And I've been waiting ever since to get something, and I have a student next to me who did get in, so that makes me look foolish. But anyway, it's a good test area, and then you'll see why it's a very good test area in a second. So we're using fib expansions here again. Oops. Fib expansion. And we come into the same level that we just hit. I'll put that back. So you can see that we got 100% right there that we've now hit, and we've got the fib there, and I'll do a second fib expansion using this leg, and again we have a target that we just hit. So we just hit 3 targets in here. Hit the lowest one. I didn't quite get entry. So there we are. So that's why I'm looking at this level. Now let's go into the 15. So that was that second leg I was trying to catch. And I was actually using a smaller fib, prior market fib. And that's what I was really hoping for, was that. And I would have been filled if it came down to that. It would have been 3 pips through the bigger target, which is pretty normal. And there we are. So anyway, the trade for tonight could be a down trade out of this area. It doesn't look like it wants to give us any more down tonight. So might be down trade here, euro, and then another test of the bottom, or a wash and rinse for the New York down here. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, and I'm not trading late into the night tonight. I want to show you how this went. We were watching this right here, so we had the break breathe, which is beautiful, and that is where I was trying to get my entry there. Didn't happen, and that just happened. And I was actually expecting something a little needly here, so it's actually been quite good. Here, if you're going to trade tonight, or if you're in this position too, you may want to look at this level as an exit. Just a small exit. Like, don't exit all of it, of course, but you may want to take some profits at this level, because 2903, because you have the H3 and the pivot above that. And if we go into, I think, the H1, yeah, this will show you that we got tough levels here, right? So we may come up to here, make another low, and go above. You know, it could really dick around in this area. So taking profits here is not an unwise move. Our hourly looks like, if it can close up here, what time is it? We've got another half hour, but if it can close up here, our hourly will have gone bullish, so we might get some kind of needle coming down. And that might be all we need. We might just need this to go bullish, comes up, gives a needle react, lower low, and then goes. So I still think I have chance to get in at my beautiful entry, which would be 28.75. Which one? I think I had something else in here too. A bit of a trend break if we're going to go play with that, but that's around the same area too. So 28.10. Now we got to come up to fill this gap. We actually got to come up to 29.22. So we might get some needles up in here, but we can see all of this in this smaller time frame. So we'll go to the 5-minute, and we'll look at the 29.22 area. It's about here, below the H4. We'll see what we get. We got one to that level I was talking about, 29.02. And our next one above that is exactly 29.22, of course. So that's a good entry to try, as we will have filled the gap, and it'll have to be a needle if it goes up there. So it'll have to come out of there quick, basically. So those are the levels I'm looking at tonight, and how I'm looking at trading them. Yeah, definitely a tight spot, but it would have been nice to have already caught an entry here, and then I could do a sell here, and then I would have a market trap on. But I don't. So, or even sell up here when the market closes, just because there's a small fib. So it's going to move out of there fast if it's going to go. And of course, this could be the turnaround, so I might be walking into the knife again. It's actually, when you get into this kind of a situation, you should treat both directions as you're catching a knife. So be quick and dainty. And I'll come on if I catch any trades or do anything more. Bye.